of an intro. Okay, so anyway, let's start with the Bengals versus Raiders game. Okay?
Okay.
So I want to hear your predictions on Bengals versus Raiders. Just give me your honest belief, non-biased, nothing. And just tell me.
Well, I don't think the Raiders have the quarterback for this. Their team's defense is all right, but I think the Bengals will bring it out just because of Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow has been popping off. I think he'll continue that streak.
I honestly agree with you, Lane, right here. I think Derek Carr is not sustainable for the Bengals offense. He's not going to contest against Joe Burrow. He's not even going to come close to the level that Joe Burrow is playing, and I think Joe Burrow is just going to continue to play well throughout the playoffs.
Okay.
So then let's move on to another wild card game for Bills versus Pats. Who do you think? What's your prediction for that?
Well, I like the Pats a lot, but I don't think a rookie quarterback can beat Josh Allen against the playoffs already. So I think they'll pull it out barely. I think it will be a close game, but I think the Bills will barely pull it.
That's where we disagree, Lane. That's where we disagree. I think Mac Jones has it in him, and I think
his rookie year. I don't know.
I think Belichick and Mac Jones, they're gonna want this so bad, especially wanting to go against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I think that's what they have their eyes on, and I definitely think they're gonna beat the Bills in this situation.
Well, I think Mac Jones, I think him and Belichick is a great duo, but I don't know if he has it in his first playoff game. Their defense is great. Their wide receivers are all right. Kendrick Bourne's been doing good, but I don't know if they can pull it off with their not many weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Because the Bills, if they scored well on offense, I think they'll win.
I think the Bills also have choked a little bit in the regular season.
Agreed.
I think that could definitely happen in this scenario.
Now they've played twice before.
Yes.
The Bills beat them once. I think did the Patriots beat them once too?
I think so. I think it's evenly matched here, and I think it's going to be a close game, but I think one or the other has to come on top, and I'm going to say the. And you think Bills, so that's good.
Okay.
All right.
So moving on. Next we have the
City
versus Steelers.
Yes. So I'm gonna say my predictions. So, as much as I wanted Big Ben to go forth, I don't think it's gonna happen just because of. Did you hear what he said when they interviewed him, talking about his playoff game?
No.
He said they aren't supposed to be here, and they should just have fun.
Well, I like that, but I don't think they'll win this because the Chiefs just.
Neither do I. I agree with you. I think the Chiefs are just gonna destroy them. There's no contesting that. The Chiefs are too good, and
no, I don't think the Steelers have a bad team at all. But Big Ben, he's coming out on his lows right now. He's coming to his end.
Yeah, and that's why they're gonna lose.
What?
That's why they're gonna lose.
Yeah, and also I think the Chiefs just have too much of a high-powered offense. It's just so hard. Defense.
I agree.
If they can't stop Mahomes, they lost.
Yeah, but the Chiefs also have you can't call their defense bad. I think it's pretty decent. So, I think the Steelers strive off of offense, but
Yeah,
they
it's
still
season.
have work to do. And once Big Ben leaves, they're going to have to do a lot of rebuilding next year. Okay,
Yeah.
so do we keep going AFC or are we going to go NFC?
And
All right, NFC wild card games. Which one do we want to start with?
let's go the Buccaneers and the Eagles.
Buccaneers and Eagles. I got an interesting take on that.
Okay.
So the whole backstory with Tom Brady and the Eagles, I think the Eagles are going to come on top for this one. I'm not even going to lie. As much as they've struggled, I think Tom Brady may choke here and the whole Buccaneers team as well may choke against the Eagles. And I honestly think that the Eagles are going to come out on top.
Okay, I don't hate that take, but the Eagles haven't beat a big team this year. They've played a really easy schedule, and I can't see them beating the Buccaneers, honestly. And the Bucs team is way too good to lose to the Eagles, I think.
Okay. I can see that side of it. I honestly see both sides, but for my opinion, I could see the Eagles going fourth, but I don't see them going much farther than that.
Yeah. Which I like Jalen Hurts, but what I don't like about him is he can't really take charge. He just can't find the open guys all the time. Which he's a good runner.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the best thrower.
Yeah.
Like not even top 15, I don't think, throwing.
Yeah. I mean, agree to disagree. We'll just have to see what happens.
Okay, now let's go to 49ers and Cowboys.
Okay, what's your take on that?
So, I like the Cowboys a lot. And I like Dak Prescott, their offense, and their defense has been stepping up. But I do think the 49ers will take this charge and beat them. I think Jimmy G will have a great game if he plays and beat the Cowboys.
What? Okay. I highly disagree with that because as much I think San Francisco is a good team. I'm not gonna lie, they're a good team, but they still got building to do. And for me, I think the Cowboys are super good. Like as much as they've choked, and they've had terrible games. I'm not gonna lie. They've also had super good games, and their defense is stacked with people like Trevon Diggs or Micah Parsons and
I
their
like
offense.
Micah Parsons, but Trevon Diggs has the most yards in the league. I know he gets the picks, but he just hasn't gave me enough to recognize him.
I think they also have an amazing offense, and without injury, if they have no injuries this game, I think their offense perseveres with Dak, Zeke, Coop, all of the guys. Their O-line's probably going to do stellar. And I honestly think the Cowboys beat the 49ers. And maybe the 49ers go far next year, but I don't think they beat the Cowboys in this scenario.
Okay, I understand that. I think it will be really close. This could be a close game, but if he has a good game, I think they win. If he doesn't, I think they lose. Which
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, because their quarterback, I don't like him right now. I'd honestly rather have Trey Lance playing out there, but but they have such a good offense. Just the quarterback is a little shaky.
Yeah. I agree with that. Okay, are you ready to move on?
Yep.
Okay, Cardinals and LA. What's your take? Cardinals and LA. What's your take?
I'm gonna be honest. As much as I love the Cardinals, I think they haven't been doing as well lately, and I think the Rams will pull this off.
I agree. I
Yep,
agree 100%.
I want the Cardinals to win so badly, but if I don't think Matthew Stafford is pretty educated, like throughout all his years. Kyler Murray hasn't even, so I think it might be rough for him, and he hasn't been playing to his full expectation lately, so I don't think he can pull this off, especially without D-Hop if he doesn't play.
Yeah. I think the Rams just have, like, they've literally put everything on the line for this year, and they've built such an amazing team. And I think the Cardinals have an amazing team too, but they've choked so much lately. And I think the Rams are just going to end up on top, without a doubt.
Yeah, and also it doesn't matter how you do during the regular season. It matters how you end it if you make the playoffs. If you end it well, you could go like all the way if you're ending well and you're doing good as a team. If you're doing bad in the end, it doesn't matter how well you were at the beginning of the season. You're going to like choke in the playoffs.
Exactly. I agree. 100%. That's what's going to happen. Rams are going on top.
So let me hear your brackets. Have in the AFC, the Tennessee playing who?
Second round of the playoffs, I got Tennessee playing the Bengals, and then I got Patriots playing the Chiefs.
Okay.
And
so
that's
ours is similar.
That's where we differ because you put Bills playing the Chiefs.
Yeah, so ours is the same except I put Bills. And on the other side, ours is pretty different.
Yeah. I got Packers playing Rams and then Cowboys playing Eagles.
And I got 49ers playing Bucks and Rams playing Packers.
So let's start with AFC since we got kind of a big difference on the NFC.
Okay. Let's do Tennessee and Bengals since ours is the same right there.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Bengals come on top for this one. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, okay, so Tennessee and Bengals.
I think Bengals come out on top for that one. I'm not going to lie. I think Joe Burrow is on a huge stride.
Okay.
And as you said before, the way a team ends the regular season is probably what deciphers what's going to happen throughout the postseason. And I think they're honestly going to beat the Titans for this one.
Okay. Now,
What
I
is
like
your
that
take?
take. I like that take a lot. But I have a little bit different take. I think this will be a really close game.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely depends on how Tennessee's defense plays.
Exactly.
And if Joe Burrow continues that streak, that would be huge. But I don't think he can keep that streak. I think he'll die down a little bit. Because, this defense it's not a very good defense on my take. But I think that Tennessee offense is so good, it could,
So you think it's going to be a race between the offense?
Yeah. But I think Tennessee will take it off because Derrick Henry will be back. Yeah. A.J. Brown will be definitely healthy. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Tannehill, if he plays good, it will just be good all around. And I think they'll take the dub.
Yeah. I could see that. But agree to disagree. I think the Bengals have that one.
Okay.
All right. So next one for AFC. So you said you have
New England and Chiefs, and I have Bills and Chiefs.
Yeah. So you go first. Since we have different.
Well, I want to say the Chiefs will win. I really think the Chiefs would win, but I think this will just be a surprise win, and the Bills will pull it off.
Really?
Yes, really.
I
don't like the Bills at the end of the season, but I think they will pull this off.
if I had agreed with you with the Bills instead of the Pats, I'd honestly say the Bills would probably beat the Chiefs.
Which is crazy. I don't know how I think that. It's just like I'm
It
going for the
works. It just works in our minds.
yeah.
I can see that. So you have for AFC Championship right now, you have you have Tennessee versus Bills.
Yep, Tennessee versus Bills.
I could see that. Okay, so for me, I got Pats versus Chiefs. And so for me, I think the Pats are going to go on a stride beating the Bills. But
Okay.
after that, I think as much as they want it, like they want it really bad, I think Patrick Mahomes and all the people on the Chiefs and their defense and their offense and everybody is just. And I don't think Mac Jones is good enough to play against their defense.
Yeah.
And I think AFC Championship is going to be Bengals Chiefs. That is my take.
That isn't a bad take, but there's one thing. I don't think Mac Jones. Mac Jones. If the thing about the Patriots is, if they can stop the run, I don't think the Patriots can win any of these games. Because Mac Jones, then it becomes up to Mac Jones pretty much if they lock down their run game. Yeah. But the run game is like best in the league, probably.
One of the best. I say
one
top
of the
3.
Best. Their O-line is great. I mean, I think Tennessee is the only other team that could beat it just because of Derrick Henry. I mean, Tennessee's O-line is horrible. But Derrick Henry is just good enough to go through it, you know?
Yeah, I agree. All right, so that's our AFC.
So you would have Chiefs and Bengals in the AFC championship.
You have Tennessee and Bills,
which are as different teams.
Yes, very different, but I could see both of ours. I could see both of ours happening. Okay, so NFC now. We got second round.
Okay.
So we have Green Bay and LA. We have the same one there. So let's start there.
Green Bay and LA? Okay. So listen, I really like the LA team. Yes. I think they've made a great team. They remind me of the Bucks of last year because the Bucks kind of were like, they just made this wonderful team, added a great quarterback, and just made the team good. But I really do think that the Packers will pull this off just because of Aaron Rodgers and how good he's been playing.
I agree. I think as much as they have a superstar team, like they're stellar, Patrick Mahomes and the Packers. I mean, not Patrick Mahomes. Sorry. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have it. They're I think probably number 1 in the league, and they're going to championship without a doubt, even if they're playing the Rams.
Yeah.
They've just done too well to stop their stride.
Now, the one thing that I would be scared about is Aaron Rodgers is so consistent, but this bye week I think could mess him up a little bit.
I could see that too.
Because I remember at the beginning of the season, it was probably like one of his worst performances after his rookie year.
Yeah.
He did so bad. And then he came back the next week and just did amazing.
Yeah. We'll just have to see because they've got wide receivers. Both have stellar wide receivers. Both have stellar defense.
Nah, the Packers wide receiver. They have Devontae Adams, which is amazing. But every other wide receiver, I think is
the Rams.
shaky.
I think with the Cooper Kupp is healthy, right?
Cooper Kupp is pretty healthy. Yeah, he's
so
a superstar of the team.
If Cooper Kupp contains good health by that point, I think they have a chance, but I think the Packers come on top.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. So, and then you have the complete opposite of me.
I do.
You have Eagles and Cowboys.
I have Eagles Cowboys.
Now, who do you think will pull that?
I think if that happens, Cowboys definitely beat the Eagles without a doubt. They blow them out, and then it's gonna be a repeat of multiple years with an NFC Championship of Packers and Cowboys.
Packers, Cowboys?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be NFC Championship.
Okay. I think the Cowboys would win that game if that were to happen for sure.
Yes,
Just because
exactly.
I don't think the Eagles, they haven't, as I said earlier, they haven't beat a superstar team this year. They've had a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know how they made the playoffs, but they just did it. I mean, Jalen Hurts, I like him a lot, but he's a leader. But I really do think the Cowboys would pull that off for sure.
Yeah, the Cowboys would definitely pull it off. For me, why I said the Eagles win that, as well as Tom Brady's history with them, but I think they also have that point where it's like they didn't do that good all season. They somehow made it into playoffs, and they need this, and they're gonna have that fuel to get through the first round. But then I think after that first round, they just get blown out by the Cowboys, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So what's your take, since you have a completely different thing?
Well, so how I see it is I love the 49ers team a lot.
Yeah.
I think they're a really good team. They had a really hard division.
Mm-hmm.
They were the Cardinals, Rams,
Yeah.
and the Seahawks. But I like the Buccaneers too, but I don't think the Buccaneers will win this.
I agree on that.
Listen, Tom Brady, he is doing great this year, but his team is like really good. Same as last year almost. But after the Antonio Brown thing,
yeah, I don't think they.
A lot of their wide receivers are hurt right now. I think Chris Godwin's a little hurt. Rob Gronkowski's hurt.
Yeah.
They have Chris Godwin, who is amazing, but their defense is amazing. Devontae David, all those guys.
Yeah.
I think they'll do great. Now, the 49ers, I think they have the offense. They have Debo, George Kittle. But again, it comes up to Jimmy G. But he has had playoff experience.
Yes.
He has, but
so has Tom Brady. But I think in that case, in the case that the 49ers go against the Bucks, I think definitely 49ers. I think it's a close game because both are pretty even teams. And I think 49ers would pull that off. I'm going to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Buccaneers won it.
Yes.
But, like, I really do think.
It depends on player health. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I think their player health could go downhill from now.
I think it could be player health and confidence overall.
Yeah, and the 49ers don't have a bad defense at all.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Their O-line's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think it really comes down to how good Jimmy G plays, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, again, I wouldn't be mad if Trey Lance played. I don't think they would win this game if Trey Lance played. I'm going to be honest.
Definitely.
Because I'm not going to lie, he's looked good this year. He hasn't played that much.
Yeah.
But Jimmy G just has the playoff experience. I don't think Trey Lance could pull that off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But in the Cowboys scenario, I think I'd rather have Trey Lance play.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I don't know. I just have a feeling, you know?
Yeah. I agree. So you have 49ers, Packers.
And you have
Cowboys, Packers.
Cowboys, Packers, which that's not bad.
I could see it happening again. It's happened so many times in the past, and I want to see it again. So,
yeah. Honestly, but who on the AFC you have?
I have Bengals,
Chiefs, Bengals and Chiefs. Dang. So right now, we have pretty opposite things, except we both have the Packers making it that far.
Yeah. Well, that's without a doubt. There's no way they don't get that far.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, there is a way. They play a really hard team.
yes.
And Matthew Stafford, I think Matthew Stafford, that game honestly depends on how he plays too, because he is down, up, down, up, down, up this season too.
I agree.
But
I think that definitely is a close game, but I think Packers just are too good, and they're going to make it without a doubt.
Cat, and what is the next prediction? So you have, what about your Chiefs and Bengals?
So for my Chiefs and Bengals, if the Bengals get this far, I don't think their strut into amazingness goes down. And I think they would pull off against the Chiefs just because if they got to the championship and they're still fueled with that fire, I think they go Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
I think if they get AFC Championship, well, because they have the flame and the spark to get there.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that it'll be a close game. Bengals come out on top.
Okay. Now, I like that take because, like, I don't think the Bengals were going to make the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow's first playoffs. He's been playing good. I think he will do good in the playoffs.
Yes.
And I don't think they'll make the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs made the Super Bowl and won again, but at all, because they're just like
they're on
like
fire.
That. Yeah. Also, the start of the season they did bad, but the rest of the season they've been doing great. They could have a way better record if they started how they like.
Yeah, they are super underrated. I like I said, I think it'd be close, but I think if the Bengals get that far, they have the fuel and the manpower and the strength and the confidence. I think the Bengals would be like a underdog, like Super Bowl, and that would be amazing. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
So yours is Titans versus Bills. So who wins that for you?
I think the Titans kill the Bills. Not just beat them. I think they kill the Bills.
Really?
Yes, I think they destroy the Bills. Just because, like, I didn't think, like, the Bills and Chiefs, I think they won that. I think they won that just because of, like, you know, my guts. I had to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Just because. But, like, against the Titans, I think they'll kill the Bills. Don't think they're Super Bowl caliber yet. They're gonna get to the same spot they did last year, and then they're just gonna fall apart.
I do agree with you on that because I think if that happens, Titans versus Bills, I think the Bills would be happy they got that far, but I think Josh Allen is probably going to choke. I think they're going to choke, and it's not going to be good. They got that far, and they'll choke, and then the Titans go Super Bowl in that scenario.
Yeah. Okay. So you have Chiefs, and I have Titans going to the Super Bowl.
I have Bengals going Super Bowl.
Oh wait, you have Bengals? Oh yeah, you do have Bengals. You have Bengals.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
NFC, you got Packers versus 49ers.
yes,
What's your take?
I think the Green Bay is really, really good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Green Bay is amazing. I think they're easily the best team in the NFL. Right.
Yeah.
Easily. It's all because of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is just a fanatic. He's too good.
He's amazing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed in Green Bay next year at all.
Neither would I.
Or leaves, either way, but I think that 49ers defense plays good,
Mm-hmm.
I think the 49ers going to pull it off.
Really?
Yep. I like this 49ers team.
You know, I do like that. I'm not gonna lie. I think
I mean,
49ers beating Packers. I think it could happen. It could happen.
Which I don't know. I thought you were crazy when you said the Eagles would beat the Buccaneers.
No, hear me out.
This sounds crazy too, though.
I think they have the fuel for it because I think they're just gonna play their heart out because I think it's the same scenario as the Steelers. But here's the difference between them and the Steelers: they got more manpower, and I think they're just gonna pull it off without a doubt. Well, not without a doubt, but they'll probably pull it off.
Yep, and I love Kyle Shanahan for the 49ers. I think he just has the coaching scheme, and he's ready to play the Packers.
I could see that. I could see your scenario. I agree with you on that. I honestly could see that. Now, here's my take here. And I don't think this is going to surprise you, Lane, for Packers Cowboys. I think that the Cowboys have so much going on. If they've made it this far, as much as history, people are going to be like, oh, history repeats itself. Like, the Packers are going to come out on top. Here's what I'm going to say. Same thing with you with the 49ers. I think if the Cowboys get there, they beat the Packers. They're going to go for it all. They have an amazing team. They got an amazing coach with Mike McCarthy. And I think they're just going to come out on top against Green Bay.
So I highly disagree with that, but
what's your take on that?
What I like is Mike McCarthy is an ex-Packer.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's his chance to prove to them that he's still amazing.
But I don't love Mike McCarthy right now. Okay.
I think he's doing amazing things there.
I think he's doing pretty good things, but I think Matt LaFleur is a little better coach right now.
And I do think that, but I think Dak Prescott and his wide receivers, and I think Zeke is gonna pull it off, and I think they're gonna run the ball a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Cowboys would run the ball a lot. And then towards the end of the game, they start using their wide receivers. And I think at that point, it's all up to the Cowboys defense whether that happens. Because Aaron Rodgers is pretty much going to be unstoppable unless they do something.
Exactly. Now, what I don't like about this game is the Trevon Diggs, Devontae Adams matchup.
Yeah.
That is going to be a huge problem. They're going to have to double guard Devontae or even triple guard him.
I do agree with that. But
there's one black sheep on the Cowboys who is really good.
And who's that?
Tony Pollard.
Exactly. That's what
I'd rather him play than Zeke.
I think he's probably gonna come up as as you said, the black sheep, and people are gonna think Zeke is gonna. I'm gonna change my words here. Zeke is probably not gonna get the ball as much as Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is gonna. I want Tony Pollard to pop off. I want the Cowboys to pop off there, and I think they can do it.
Okay. So you have Cowboys versus
I got
Bengals.
Cowboys Bengals. I got Cowboys Bengals.
I can't imagine that scenario.
I see that scenario. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, in my mind, that makes sense.
Okay.
And you've got Titans and 49ers, which honestly, I could see that. It's respectable. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see
honestly, I think this one is I think that the Titans have a really good offense. Their defense has been a little better during this season than last year for sure.
Do you think Titans win it all?
Titans. I love their coach, and I love their scheme. I also love the 49ers. I love their coach. I love their whole team. These teams just like are great. But I think the Titans are gonna barely, or maybe a little bit more. I think it's gonna be like a 10-point game in the end. But I think the Titans are gonna beat them.
I could see that. In that scenario, not Cowboys, Titans 49ers.
Yep.
I think Titans win that, and I think Titans would win it all there.
Yeah. So
Now for me, Bengals Cowboys. Here's what I say. In this scenario, as much as it seems like it's not going to happen, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and you can disagree with me all you want.
these predictions are gonna be so wrong.
Let's just see. Let's just predict this right now. Bengals Cowboys. So let's just this game Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. So basically, I say probably Cowboys come on top for this one, just because I think Joe Burrow has the strive. He got there, but I think as much as Joe Burrow has like his 950 yards in last two games, I think I don't know. I think Cowboys win it all. I think Cowboys go Super Bowl and win it against the Bengals. And that's
Really
my
think
take.
so?
For that scenario. I trust, like, this is not my bias. This is not biased at all. Like, as much as I am a Cowboys fan, I do look at every other team, and I think, I think Cowboys do have a chance and a shot at it. They just have to play all the right cards.
Now, there's one thing I'm looking at, and it's that the Titans and the Bengals, they play each other at one point.
Yes.
For the AFC Championship, if the Bengals make it, as we both think they will.
Yeah.
So they're going to play each other at one point. The 49ers and Cowboys would play each other, are definitely playing each other, I think Saturday.
Yeah.
So our Super Bowl teams will play each other. And I guess it kind of just depends on this weekend. It just
it just depends on what happens this weekend. We'll have to see.
Yep. Well, you want to end it off?
I think we ended off. This is our first video, so what do we say?
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you guys. This is awesome. Thanks for listening. Yeah.